My name is Sky and I am a senior studying architecture. I am half Japanese, Japan-born, and U.S. raised. In my time at Harvard, I've been using the resources offered by the Reischauer Institute to better connect with the Japanese side of me, spending the past 2 summers in Japan on internship programs. What I want to talk about today is something that I've come to understand and embrace through my experiences abroad, especially this past summer. That is, the value of not having a plan. Embracing chance encounters and being open to taking detours from my own idea of an academic or career path. So let me tell you how this summer I ended up here, a little village called Tendyu in the Japanese Alps of Nagano Prefecture. It has no supermarkets, no convenience stores, and very few people under 50. It's a place that I had never heard of just 6 months ago, but now consider to be a home away from home. Back in my junior spring, I was starting to think a lot about life after college. I want to work in design, so I was thinking that I should try to get an internship at a well-known firm, or maybe do a summer program at a university. Something that would keep me on track towards securing a good job come senior year. I was really caught up in being in a city, maybe Tokyo, somewhere with an active art and design scene, somewhere to build up good connections. I was being told left and right how important junior summer is as a career builder. It had me feeling like this should be the be-all, end-all of productive summers. But that's when Reischauer reached out to me about a new summer program that would involve spending a month in the remote village of Tendyu as part of their initiative to revitalize an otherwise isolated, aging, depopulating community. I decided to put my comprehensive career plan aside and take this unique opportunity. And a few months later, I found myself on a 5-hour train trip from Tokyo, winding up to the mountaintops of the Japanese Alps. It was myself and 3 other students watching as the landscape changed from concrete jungle to total wilderness. It felt like crossing into a whole different universe, and I remember feeling excited and a little nervous about what lay ahead. We moved into a semi-abandoned house, met our neighbors, and started to learn about the community we were joining. Tendyu faces challenges typical for rural villages in Japan today. Their population is aging, young people move to the cities, and its rich culture and long-standing traditions are at risk of disappearing within my lifetime. The village's government office tasked us students with thinking up projects to respond to these challenges. The projects could be anything. There was a local community revitalization team whose members we were encouraged to work with, and they were incredibly kind, cooperative, and willing to help us realize our ideas. I had brought my nice camera to the village because one of my personal goals for the summer was taking up photography. I decided to combine this personal goal with my project and produce a photo series documenting the people and lifestyles that I encountered in Tendyu village. I worked with a member of the community revitalization team and photography enthusiast, Honda-san, pictured here on the left. Nearly every day, she would drive us to a different part of the village, and we would spend hours interviewing and photographing the people we met. In our days of making rounds in the different neighborhoods comprising Tendyu, I really came to feel like a part of the community. We participated in traditional festivities, we stumbled into a karaoke party, and people would spontaneously gift us vegetables in passing. I learned village histories and personal histories about homes and about families. I met many people who had never left the mountains before and who expressed joy that people from outside the village wanted to learn about their lives. I was surprised at how many people let me photograph them. I compiled a huge collection of photos over the course of 4 weeks, and somebody from the village revitalization team suggested that I exhibit them before I left. Honda-san, who I mentioned before, and Haru-chan, shown with her adorable baby, helped me set up a rudimentary photo exhibition at the local Buddhist temple. The monk there is a hobby photographer with a cult Facebook following for his landscape photos of Tendyu. We put together a joint exhibition that showed his landscapes and my portraits side by side in the main hall of the temple. People from inside and outside of the village came to see our little art show. After leaving Tindu, I put together a small booklet of my photographs. I shared copies with the local government office as a thank you gift and the internship program directors. The book also acts as a personal photo album for me, and I look at it every now and then when I'm feeling nostalgic. But Tindu Village has continued to be a part of my life in ways that I had not anticipated. I'm using the photos I took there toward my senior capstone project for architecture studies, and I've submitted some of the photos to competitions. It's led to opportunities like this one to share my experiences with others. So the month I spent in the little village of Tindu, decided spontaneously with no plan in mind, has not only become a very special place to me personally, it's become woven into my academic life and possibly even career path in ways I could not have planned for. And, I might add, what felt like a total detour in my life plan has really kept me on the exact path I wanted to be on back in junior spring. I'm still working toward a career in design, and now I have a really unique experience under my belt and some additions to my portfolio to show for it. So I'd encourage anyone, let yourself not have a clear plan sometimes, and be open to working with people who don't really have a plan for you either. It could take you somewhere totally new and beautiful. Don't think of it as going off the rails. You're just taking the scenic route.